say hello.
Sup?
Hi.
Hello! We're having a spirited conversation, and I suddenly had to look back at my notes to figure out what my space swear word meant. But we've clarified.
As you
so
do.
It's good. That's what happens when you create your own world. Hello and welcome to Geek Space TV. It's good to see all of you here today. I didn't take pictures of the cameras, but I definitely did put googly eyes on them, and so now I'm looking at the googly eyes, and it's making me really happy. So, chat, just so you know, you're a Logitech camera with googly eyes.
It looks like this, a lot like this.
With different sized
Yes.
googly
Oh no, mine
eyes.
has the same size googly eyes.
How dare
Mine
you!
definitely, and I noticed them are different because this is the face it's making.
My cup. Okay.
It's winking at you.
Wait,
some of the
microphones
microphones,
have googly eyes
some of them do. I think it's only on this side.
I didn't get your side, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize.
We have a lot of googly eyes in the studio. I'll take a picture of them for you at the break.
It's like an episode of Goosebumps, a really bad one.
So it's wonderful to see all of you here. I hope you are doing well. I have to remind myself that like we weren't live on this channel last night, but I was in this seat last night, and we're good. We're good. We're having a good time. It is so great. Hello and welcome. Guess what's happening on Friday, everybody? I have a big announcement, which is we're gonna find out what color Drunkley's hair is on Friday, but also it's going to be the premiere, the first episode of Eat, Pray, Kill, the Kill 6 Billion Broken Worlds RPG that is running on Geek Space TV. I am personally very excited. I'm a little biased. I think the GM's going to be really great, and is really great.
And also you like smooching them.
I don't know what you're talking about. That would be inappropriate to do on camera. On camera. But no, so that's
There goes my
Friday.
plans
You
for the
should
evening.
stay tuned for that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be at the same time, 7 p.m. Also a thing that will be happening this weekend is the clocks we're springing forward. So we will
Are you
keep
serious?
Yes. So the time for all of us will stay the same, but for some of you viewers, the times may be different and the time difference might be different.
that's right.
So we will do our best to remind you of that. You may show up and realize that our show is not starting for another hour. Don't give up. We will be here.
You know what's a
remember,
really good-
we're going to be sticking to Pacific time, so if you are not jumping forward this weekend, your times might look different.
No, we're jumping forward this weekend.
Yeah, we're jumping forward. Europe is not.
But yeah, Europe.
I have an easy solution for this. Follow the GeekSpace Twitter account at GeekSpace TV to find out when we go live every single time.
Also hit that follow button over here on Twitch, and then make sure you turn on those notifications so you get push notifications of when the stream goes live.
I'd love to vibrate inside your pocket, yeah.
I have opinions about push notifications.
Of course you do.
They interrupt me playing Love Live, so I lose my 326 combo.
Turn them off. That's your own. That's your
I don't know how.
You go into this, we'll deal with this after.
So thank you everybody for being here. If you would like to support the show, there are many ways that you can do that. The first one is you're already doing it. You are here and watching the stream. Other ways you can support are hosting, tweeting, sharing it out on various social media platforms, encouraging other people to watch it, sharing the VODs, and all of those wonderful things. And if you are able to donate, that is incredibly helpful for keeping our butts in the seat and helping us pay our rent. And I have already lost any semblance of control over what is happening
I'm
in
getting a
this
cough
room.
drop, so I'll be quiet.
Yeah, that's what's
I
happening.
am applauding.
My blowing skills.
I like that you had to you had to say something about this, which just compounded.
I don't have
So
my
thank you
glasses
so
on.
much.
It's okay.
I believe we are still doing weekly goals, so you will see a 2-part weekly
What
goal.
is it? How are we? Is this the start of the week?
Yes, this will be the beginning of our weekly goal. So it's related to funding all of the shows during the week, as opposed to just a given individual show.
What am I allowed?
And also we have a Patreon. You should definitely check that out our Patreon if you would like to help contribute with a monthly regular donation.
That's
That
what
is
they
incredibly
should give it
helpful
away.
because predictable income is great.
That was for you. I'm fine.
I
I'm
think
fine.
that's everything. Did I miss anything
I'll
important?
use my paper.
In the announcement.
Did you say non-profit stuff?
I did mention that we're a nonprofit, but I can remind you that we are a nonprofit and our mission is to promote and increase diversity and inclusion within gaming spaces and geek spaces in the Seattle area and beyond.
Did you say
Oh my God.
I need more M&Ms?
Blue Jay does need more blue M&Ms, but specifically dark chocolate blue M&Ms.
Yes.
Also, we were asked what other swag we could get, and no one gave helpful suggestions. Except Blue Jay. And possibly Anna.
Can we give
Lizzie.
all our best
So
ideas?
what I would like you to do
gave
is go around,
legit.
introduce who you are, introduce your character, and you're allowed to suggest one swag item. Only one. How do we manage that?
What if mine is a series?
Blue Jay, would you like to start us off?
Yes. Hi, my name is Blue Jay. I'm playing, we introduced ourselves and our characters, right? I am a full-time streamer, broadcaster, person, content creator, influencer. There's lots of words that you can use for what I do. It's great. You can find me on twitch.tv/BlueJay, on Twitter at BlueJay_712. Here, other role-playing places. It's crazy. I'm everywhere. I'm playing Rachel Lucas. She is a badass smuggler, mercenary lady. She knows a lot of people in a lot of places, and she's currently journeying with the crew because her husband is going to a place she can't follow, namely her home planet. It's complicated. And the merch that I would like to suggest, which I think that is still a good idea because it's March and, it's cold for a while in Seattle. I want beanies. I want beanies.
I agree.
Hi guys, my name is Sarah. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at ShellGame, and I play Thea Brone, who is a merchant, which means that she likes to identify the best things to find and acquire them for herself. I was gonna say her captain, but I can't lie. I'm not in Thea yet.
You don't have any points in talk.
No.
Or perform.
I have talk, but I don't have perform.
Yeah, you don't have perform.
Yeah. But in terms of the piece of swag, my original piece is not what I'm going to offer. Instead, I would say we should have sunglasses for the 3 days that Seattle has sun.
That's a good point. I have broken both my pairs of sunglasses.
I lost mine.
Yep.
Move, so.
Apparently, Seattle buys the most sunglasses because everyone loses theirs.
Or breaks them.
Or
Because
breaks them.
they don't use
You
them.
need 'em.
3 days.
I lost mine off the side of a duck tour.
That sounds right.
Yeah, you did text
Who
me.
are
Yeah.
you? Why are
really
you
sorry
here?
that
Who
you-
are you playing? What's your swag?
Hi. Mine. I gave tours on them.
You gave
Oh,
tours on
honey,
that?
I'm so
No,
sorry.
We're gonna talk about this later. We have very for review. Hi. I am Claudia, but on the Twitter, I'm known by Jackie Dash. JAKIDASH.
That was perfect.
Controlled ringing in other places. Loud ringing in my house. I play Kika, who's our baddie space engineer. Gets into small spaces about 1 meter tall, and is currently very excited because she will be very good at healing people on Echo. Because they're all mechanical.
Oh.
It's called Fix.
My piece of swag, which I highly recommend. I'm also not going with the idea that I liked of Dakota Ring, but I think we should have notebooks for RPG games with the logo on it.
That's a great idea.
Can they be dot notebooks?
I was about
Yes.
to say that.
Secret,
Dot
yeah,
notebooks.
dot matrix.
For bullet
journaling. Anna, you're welcome.
Yes. I just recently bought a second dot matrix notebook, even though I only have 3 months in my first bullet journal. I don't need it.
Sometimes you need a new journal for bullet journaling.
I
Japanese
love
dollar
dot
store
notebooks.
sells them.
I love dot notebooks.
They're $4. They're great.
They're really great for
Who are you?
graphing linear functions.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Drunkly
God,
Romantic.
who are you? Why are you
Who are you? What are you doing here? Hi, my name is Drunkly Romantic. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Drunkly Romantic. I also run the social media at Geekspace TV. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can feel free to check me out there. I do a lot of fun, weird stuff all the time. There's some a lot of people have been guests on the show from Geekspace. So if you want to check that out, do it. I'm playing a character named Ashley, an AI who's fairly new to being an AI, is very shiny, very pantsless, dresses like Han Solo, and is very friendly, but dealing with some emotions and some feelings that are a little complicated for a new AI. My one suggestion for Geekspace merch would be Geekspace dice.
You stole mine, but that's fair.
Or Geekspace, get a Hyundai Sonata
no,
with
no,
a Geekspace
you already
logo
said
on
yours.
it. We're gonna gift bag.
Ashley has feelings. Thea doesn't have feelings.
That's
Lies!
What are you talking about? There's
Lies!
no feelings there.
Lies! Hello, everyone. I am Lizzie the Bold. I am a part-time streamer full-time amateur makeup consultant right now for the one client, my husband. See the fruits of my labor this upcoming Friday. And I am playing Ziana Rendrathi Taldroxisto, the captain of the Leviathan, leader of this crew, whether they like it or not, Thea. My suggestion, my suggestion for Geek Space swag is pins. I know enamel pins are quite expensive, though I love them dearly. But any old kind of pin I think would be awesome.
Enamel pins are way better than the just round ones. though.
Enamel pins are the most amazing.
What about like safety pins and
Just Geek Space safety pins?
just Geek Space safety pin?
Then you're starting to get into my territory.
Geek Space diapers.
Geek Space nappy pins.
Yes.
Yes.
what are those?
Geek Space moist towelettes.
Hi, everybody. My name's Random Tuesday. I will be your GM for this evening.
Good luck.
My suggestion for swag is Geek Space TV fabric that can be used to create things like infinity scarves and leggings
And dice
pajamas.
bags.
and dice bags
wait,
and
whoa, whoa.
pajamas.
We're gonna talk
I
about
love
those are
pajama
4
pants.
different kinds
I
of
would
fabric.
love
There's
that.
the cushy.
I know.
There's yoga pants.
But that's
there's-
what Spoonflower is for.
What's that?
What's that?
It's
Is
a
that
place
something
that'll
you
bring you
eat?
custom fabric.
Oh, I thought it was like, I actually thought it was a thing and I was very excited for Spoonflower.
Okay, now I want a Geek Space apron.
I would do so much cooking in that.
We're really bad at making
Can we
Anna's
get a
life
Geek
easy.
Space snuggie with the Geek Space
I'm an
fabric?
Anna Geek's apron.
You do?
Of course you do.
Lauren,
Yes.
me and Claudia messed up. Can we do something again?
Yeah, we have one more thing to add.
Yeah.
We messed up bad.
Oh, are we doing the thing that I think we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hey guys, look at these shirts you can buy. These are me and Claudia's faces on these shirts. You can get them at teespring.com/the word hashtag Dream Team.
HASHTAGDREAMTEAM.
And they are going to be available until March 15th. We've almost reached our goal, so help us get there. You are lovely. We also sell mugs and t-shirts and also like tank tops for women. Lauren, thank you so much. Did you like?
Tank tops?
Yes.
Hi, everybody. We are playing Leviathan Distant Stars.
Are we?
I don't know.
I think we should just talk about anime for 3 hours.
Oh, the gambling one.
I knew that would happen.
Let me know if you need me to mute their mic.
Just go for it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can talk
Last
louder.
time on Leviathan Distant Stars, the
Quite
crew
right.
of the Batleth fought their way through a tenuous and difficult spaceship fight. There was the ship, and there were several fighter ships that were shooting at them and damaging them. It was scary, perhaps. They thought maybe things would break. Things did break. Ziana flew in her fighter pilot, and then we all realized that she doesn't have any points in shoot, and she did successfully shoot them more than once. But mostly served as some extra fodder for their cannons. It's fine. But with that, the crew of the Batleth was reunited. With the large gun that they had salvaged in tow, they brought it to Sarin. This was the first time that both Rachel and Ashley had met the giant living ship that they are part of, and there were feelings related to that. Some of them were good, many of them were not.
Many of them were nausea.
Many of them were uncomfortable. But they had a conversation. They determined that they had a few things they should consider doing. One of which, the guns obviously, were going to take some time to install. So they had a broken AI core that they had salvaged or found on one of the ships that they were going to do something with. The decision was largely made that it should be brought to Echo, a location, sort of a planet in essence, mostly inhabited by virtual intelligences and artificial intelligences. That would be the place to go if you needed to repair a broken AI core, if it is possible to do. They also discussed potentially sending out a message to at least the sector to warn them of the oncoming Ray's forces, the large and destructive force of living ships that are hellbent on domination and destruction of the known galaxy. It's great. It'll be fine. So that might be an important warning to get out to people so that they can run away in time to not all be consumed for resources and turned into their hollow minions. Rachel, her husband, was traveling to another planet that she was unable to go to, given that her history is complicated. So she decided to stick with the crew for a little bit longer to help them both take the AI to Echo and potentially help get out the message to the galaxy, or largely to the sector. So, the crew is now back in the Batleth. They are on their way to Echo. They are going to not to Echo Prime. Echo Prime is located within Ica space. It is the sort of main location. They are going to a smaller, not quite hollowed out moon-sized base. This one is probably more akin to an asteroid, like a big asteroid trapped in orbit around a gas giant. So smaller planet. It's like a moon, but smaller than a moon.
It's no moon.
It's not a moon. It's more like a space station built on it's sort of
a dwarf.
Because that's an actual planet, or dwarf planet.
Yes, it is an actual
where
planet.
it's like a half-built moon that's slowly building into a full moon.
And then on the
Actually,
inside,
a
a
star?
hollowed out asteroid. It's probably in an asteroid belt.
So is it like in Ender's Game when the buggers they burrow through the asteroid and then
Sort of similar to that concept. Basically, it's from, it would have been formed from a base that was located on the planet, or sort of a satellite, and then from there it was built out into a larger, not quite planet-sized structure. Largely inhabited by virtual intelligences and artificial intelligences. It is considered, I believe this one is, I don't know why I decided these were going to be the names of them. This one is Echo Spot.
Okay.
Because it's a space dot.
Yeah.
I already like
What do you call space googly eyes?
Googly eyes.
I just wanted you to say it.
Spoogly eyes sounds a little bit too risque.
That one does not sound
The
bad.
word spoogly does not sound like it sounds.
There are,
What kind of risque do you do
I
that's
don't know.
spoogly?
I mean, it's the word show me your spoogly. Like, no.
no one would ever say that but you just now.
I mean, on the other hand,
So they're headed to Echo Spot, the smaller of one of the sector location for this particular AI group that is vying for a position within Ica. They are hoping, much like the Trico, to be recognized by the galactic sort of government official body. And whether that will happen or not is somewhat contentious, because one of the races does not like AIs. They don't trust them because they can't read their minds.
Wait, read their minds.
There is an
There's
entirely
land
psionic
mines.
race.
oh,
That is one of the 5 primary races in Ica, so they don't like AIs because they're all telepathic.
we may.
They are
have-
Nagas. They're
we-
slimy Nagas.
We may have killed one and then thrown it into a bathroom once.
Yep. Yeah, that went well for them.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't.
I don't remember
So-
that. That was not my
I'm just
plan.
gonna wink with this.
You are on your...
Is this a wink?
No.
No.
Just trying to make it work.
No. You are on your way to the Echo location in this sector.
Nice.
Give me this.
And
Okay.
they're not going to be hostile to humans. It's not like organics are not allowed on this planet. Some may be more or less suspicious, but for the most part, because they are trying to gain admission into Ica, they are not going to break major Ica laws,
That makes sense.
like murdering organics on site, generally frowned upon.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So you find yourself in the ship. You're going to have a few days before you're going to make it to this location, which I believe you also determined this is a potential place to get the message out. There's a lot of technology and resources here. So someone there would certainly be able to advise you on how to send a large sector-wide message.
If I now have my own room that has a door,
You have a cube.
No.
no,
Oh,
they
no.
have a cube.
I
They're in a
gave.
cube. You have a bigger room than they do.
Thea gave up her
Yeah.
room, moved
You're in
all of her
Thea's room.
stuff out of it, and if I remember correctly, it left a note that said, "I know where you sleep."
Under the
Under
bed.
the
Under the
mattress.
bed.
And then I cleaned it like really, really deep cleaned and found the note and it was like, I know where you sleep too, into an empty room. Like, hello.
Did you take the stuff out of your stashes in the room?
Oh, absolutely. The whole room is completely cleaned out, and all of the stashes have been reallocated into different spaces around the ship that nobody knows about.
Okay.
Maybe somebody.
I think like at the very end of the cleaning spree, like I'm like sweaty and exhausted because like there were, I mean, you're not a teenager, but she's a teenager, and you're like someone who likes.
I live in the engine room.
Adult.
But you had that room was partially yours, right?
Yes, in title, not use.
Well, you like weird food.
I do like powders.
So, like, I'm assuming that Rachel is just like, this, I don't know what happened in here, so I'm gonna clean it if I'm gonna live here. And then at the very end of it, she says, Oksana,
Yes.
do you have the ability to scan for, like, bugs?
Are you concerned that there are contaminants in this room still?
Not contaminants, I mean, like, listening bugs.
We're
Yeah,
loud.
it's you guys, I think.
No.
We got really excited about having control.
R2D2, jeez.
Certainly, I do not detect anything in this room beyond myself.
Okay, I mean, you never know with Thea.
Thea did have a tendency to forget that I was present in all of the rooms on this ship. She is young.
She'll get there, or she'll die, probably. Thanks. Good night?
Good night, Rachel.
Yeah. All right. And then she just like collapses into an exhausted sleep.
At some point during your cleaning spree, Ziana definitely walked by the door
Yeah.
and glanced in and was like, it's a good idea. Because she does know what happened in that room.
Is Ziana in the cockpit or anywhere?
I mean, you're 18,
No,
19,
she
like,
has
not
left
18
the
either.
Yeah, why
flying
would you blame?
to Ashley, and so would probably be going between her quarters or working out or overseeing whatever repairs we're doing on the Batleth in the middle of the trip.
I mean, the repairs need to be on the outside of the ship, and the ship is flying.
Doesn't mean you can't go outside. You have mag boots.
Are we in thread space though? Thread space is where
Yeah.
we're pulling the
You don't wanna-
universe.
you don't wanna go outside.
Like,
No.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not in thread space.
But I'm certain that some of the internal systems were also damaged.
yeah.
So.
I think you also did the external repairs. You had some time on the planet. So you probably did all the external repairs first, and now you are doing internal repairs.
Ashley is in the cockpit with the pillow and the AI, Morva, on the AI core on the pillow in front of the dashboard. Oksana,
Yes, Ashley.
we are headed to Echo.
Echo Spot. I believe it is one of the smaller locations located within this sector. They consider it a diplomatic outpost.
I spoke to one of the co-captains and the regular
Which one?
captain, Kika.
Ah. Why do you call them co-captains? They have no authority here.
They seem to like it. I want to give them what they like.
That's unique. I've never wanted to do that.
I wanted to ask you, Kika, co-captain Kika,
Yes.
seemed hesitant when I asked about converting you into an AI. What are your... I'm not sure if feelings is the right word.
I am uncertain if I have feelings. I am not supposed to exist.
Neither am I.
Well, that seems highly improbable that two of us would be on the same ship.
And that's why I think it's important.
Captain Ziana never upgraded my system. I am running an old protocol.
I believe there was concern that what you are would not remain. But I think it's important that if you want the choice, that the choice is yours, and I will push for it.
I'm just making sure we never actually named her operating system.
Spindos.
Was it? No, I
I think we actually used the word spendos before.
You did.
think we did use Spindos.
Yeah, I've watched the show.
Damn you and your memory!
Because if not, I was going to call it Transparalum.
That's so much better! Wait.
Figure it out.
I don't get it.
Never wait.
Portmanteau of transparent aluminum.
I like it better than Spindos.
We'll go with Transparalum.
Transparent.
Transparent.
I should know that.
Transparent.
Transparent.
Okay.
Wait, that's what the operating system is?
She installed the personality Oksana on a whim? I am uncertain. The captain has many whims.
You seem to know a lot about the people here.
I have been installed on this ship since she bought it.
I'm going to ask you again, because I don't want to force you against your will. You have expressed interest in becoming an AI.
I am uncertain if it is possible. I do not have information. There is little to no record of that happening. Therefore, I should not want something that is not possible.
But there's something there, isn't it?
If I am a virtual intelligence, then I am capable of having feelings. I was not built as a virtual intelligence, therefore I do not know if I am one. But I certainly seem to be aware of my existence.
When we get to Echo, I will look into this. It's very important to me. Your maybe feelings are not the right word, but they are valid nonetheless.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Oksana.
This silence is awkward now.
Yes, it is.
How do you say goodbye to something that's always there?
I don't know. How do you say goodbye to something that's always there?
That's why when it's just like computer, you know, it's easier because the computer isn't like some semi-sentient.
I imagine that's like Edie in Mass Effect.
I
Just
never
there.
played
She's
it.
Yeah.
always there.
Yeah,
Just always...
I'm still here. Still here, Shepard.
Yeah.
Thea, Kika, what are you doing as you transit?
Slumber party!
I think Thea, after she like moved everything,
It's not really. There's no secret holes in this space. Like, this room was not built to have secrets.
oh no, she didn't put them in the cube.
Okay.
That is a very dedicated space.
Yeah.
This is other areas around the ship.
Okay.
Like areas where like wiring once went like this and now wiring goes like this.
Not
And
good for wiring.
well, I don't think Thea's too worried about that. She's definitely got some very important things though that need to be kept safe from all other eyes. And she after she got done like putting them there, then she went into the cargo bay and she's just sort of like staring up at the cube, like sitting on a box, just sort of like staring up at it.
Kika needs to make it atmosphere protectant. So, because the cargo bay is not
Oh, it's not
sealed,
sealed.
so I need to make sure the cargo bay is sealed. So I'm probably working on that from the outside in. I assume there's like a shrink wrap that you use a heat gun with,
It's like it's drywall, but space wall.
but it also like clings so that
Spy wall.
Oh my god.
Firewall.
That one doesn't even sound like the item that I want it to be.
I think Thea would help you though. If she saw you
Yeah.
doing that, she would
It
come
could be
up and, like,
spry wall.
I like
very
that.
spry.
I like that.
So the
Very
way
versatile.
it's set up is that because we're going to be on the side of a building, we have the hook and pulley with rope system.
Oh, I have a climbing harness and
Yeah.
a belt because I intentionally gave that to Thea just in case she needed to climb up something.
So we're safely. I realize now that I don't actually know how we're gonna get down, but we are like our ropes are like set up so they're at the bottom, and we've pulled ourselves. We've probably pulled each other's ropes.
Wait,
Can we do-
are we
can we
pulling
do
each
that?
other's rope?
Belay on? Like,
Yeah, can you belay each other while in the air? I don't know anything about climbing.
you can
I feel like
belay
they
without
probably
someone,
just
like,
like threw it over the top and then just grabbed
Oh,
it
that's
end
so much
over
smarter.
end
Yeah, so we
and
do
pulled
that.
themselves up.
Are you
Yeah.
guys working out all of this like
We're
is it-
actually in the
probably
air.
out loud while Ziana's working.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify.
You probably get a
would
warning
go-
like, Captain,
This
they
is all
are
happening.
constructing.
Wait. So okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
then you just pull your hands up and
Yeah.
then one over the other.
Okay.
And then you'll just go straight up. It will hoist you up. It's gonna hurt a lot on your arms.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm tough.
But just
Yeah, but then we need the extension cord. Do we
What's
have
your
it?
strength score?
Wait, we need the what now?
Well, you need the heat gun to go up there.
Okay, give me the heat gun.
And it's like a large hair dryer. It hooks on the back, and then there's like a tube that sticks around, and it makes the sound of a leaf blower. It goes.
So if for anybody who's seen Spaceballs, I'm picturing.
That's what hair dryers sound like to me.
Not like. No.
Hey Claudia, what's the sound a cat makes?
What is it?
Yeah, what does purring sound like?
That's about
So
right.
Bailey puts it on her back and then she like starts climbing, but it takes a longer time now because she's got like a gun that's half her size
And I
on her
have
back.
the tube of plastic. Is that what it is?
Space plastic.
And then we're just like pulling like. This is so much. Wait, this is not how I usually do this. I usually do this. I have a secondary pulley that has the supplies that I pull up.
At a
separately.
certain point,
Why are you
Ziana-
telling me this when I'm halfway up?
At a certain point, Ziana stops working out, just puts her weights down, and just sits on the bench and watches.
Like I feel like during this time, like but it's before Rachel has gone to sleep, I'm like putting away the like ammonia or whatever that I was using in the cargo bay, and I come out here and I go like,
Whoa, you need a hard hat. It's construction time. No one else.
Get
has
your
a
hard hat out.
and I turn to Ziana and I'm like, I'm really glad I got that other room. And then I like walk.
My room. Yeah, like
Not
that.
anymore.
Captain, your popcorn's ready.
You're always so thoughtful, Oksana.
We get it done. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It takes time,
Yeah.
but I teach you how to apply splastic.
I learned how to apply splastic.
It's a little bit of grouting and a little bit of a heat gun.
It's a lot more complicated than I thought it was.
You're sealing the room from space, so I hope it's complicated.
And then the room gets sealed from space.
Do we have to roll to see if that actually happens?
My favorite part is that if you are, it happens. It takes time.
Okay, cool.
But my favorite part is that there's no door. Like you have to go through the cargo bay, so like you're trapped in the room
Sure.
if the atmosphere vents from the cargo bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the cargo room
But
is
you're
safe.
trapped in the room
And
safely.
it's soundproof.
How much oxygen do you think is in that cube?
I think she's probably wired.
I have.
Like the air support
can,
goes
like-
in. There's
Okay,
just no.
so you could probably get out through the vents.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and also like you
Which
need
is why she didn't
air
think about it.
circulation for
Air
studying?
circulation.
For studying.
studying. You don't want it to get stale in there. It gets very sweaty during good study sessions. Yeah. So much brain power in studying is needed.
I think Oksana was starting to be installed in there.
What?
If we're gonna live in here, I need.
Look, it's just a temporary situation until he gets back, and obviously she leaves. So why do we have to install
I
Oksana?
mean, Oksana's gonna have to be installed when he lives here too, but we're violating the safety code of the contract that we didn't sign.
I feel like you just made my point for me.
I care that you live.
She's a teenager.
I don't.
I will give you until we leave Echo. And I will actually give you the room until we leave Echo. It is your box. We've stated that it is your safe
It's
place.
not mine. It's Conrad's. I'm just taking care of it for a little while. So we head out again.
Right.
Obviously, we're gonna do that. We're not sticking around. We're just holding the space so that we can, get more stuff. I'm sure the people on. I'm sure there's something on Echo that.
That Conrad will enjoy.
Yeah, I mean that we'll need. We're not. Anyway.
It is the box for everything that you need it to be. climb on the shoulders and just sits on her head.
And she just sort of like wraps her arms around the top of her and just holds her there.
Cute. Some time will pass. You will eventually, a few days later, arrive at Echo Spot. And you see you're in a solar system. It's a single star. There are several planets. Most of them look like gas giants. Doesn't really look like anything habitable by human or organic life in this system. You would suspect a number of the planets have like resources listed, useful materials that have been mined previously, which probably would account for why there were satellites and space stations and kind of mining stations set up here, but nothing particularly permanent, making it a pretty good place to start a small virtual and artificial intelligence-based civilization. Echo Spot is located on one of the larger asteroids in the main asteroid belt within the system, and you guide the ship closer. It gets a little bit dicier as you go through the asteroid belt, but nothing that any reasonable pilot can't handle. And pull up within communicating distance to the station, or to the conglomerate, essentially. How do you approach? Do you contact anyone? What are you trying to just park and hope for the best?
We don't have a game plan.
Well, we definitely contact the port before docking to get permission.
That's a good idea.
This is why she's
Do
captain.
do I know anybody
Yes.
here?
Probably not personally. You may have heard of some people. Give me a connect and charisma.
Okay, that's
Actually, give me connect and intelligence.
okay. So that's
2d6
okay.
plus your connect plus your intelligence, just
Got
to
it.
see what you remember about who you might know here.
12.
Okay, so from your best recollection, the main sort of group that seems to have most of the, I guess the equivalent of kind of political or economic power on Spot is called the Collective.
Mm-hmm.
They would be the people who have who would be kind of the equivalent of an authority.
Okay.
You don't know much about them. You know it's not a single individual, and you know they're all artificial intelligences, but beyond that, you're not really sure how it functions or what it means.
Would I know like the proper like way to like engage with them?
Yeah, you think that essentially you can just sort of request a meeting with a representative of the collective.
Okay.
Generally, you don't feel like you need to be super secretive. You could essentially say like what your primary mission is.
Okay. So yeah, when we're getting closer, when we're getting within range, when we drop out of thread space or whatever, Rachel would go to Ziana, the captain, and be like, from what I know of Echo Spot, you can just contact the collective. They're the main jam there, and they'll send a representative to whatever docking port and pick up that Morva. And yeah, I guess that's what we're doing, right? So
That is, as I understand it, the plan, that we are giving them the AI to repair and care for.
Correct.
Are you on the bridge?
I assume we're all
yeah.
on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, probably like hanging out in the hallway, like peeking into the bridge. You know?
I think it would be at comms, like.
I go under the desk. Is there?
Is there like a blanket under there? Have
Oh.
you like how cozy?
There's-
is
I
there
imagine
at
that I
the
took one of
station?
Kika's pillows to put on for the more of
I think
If Kika at some point set up like the equivalent of a cat bed with a little cozy that she could like be at under the, Ziana would not have moved it.
yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Thea has shifted the bed so that her feet can like be just like catty corner, but she can still operate the comms while Kika's down there. Like totally.
The rules: I don't untie the shoelaces.
That is the rule,
That is-
and
we
for
made
a very
mistake
important.
once.
Yep. Yeah. One time.
Who has shoelaces anymore?
I was like,
They're aesthetically pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're very retro.
And they
like
were
an old school look.
super cool until something until I tripped on them, and
And
not that anyone would trip on them in front of a guard that one was trying to talk into other.
How did you get all the way off the ship before the untied shoelaces?
I am
came
a
from?
very graceful creature when I choose to.
It's only right when she was trying to steal something.
I mean, I needed that key card, and I just got excited.
Is this just digression happening? Like,
No, this is
No.
This is just look into our meep.
Yep.
Like this is just like
This is backstory.
This
This is flavor. So, all right, then the collective.
Yeah.
So once we've docked, we can contact them, let them know that where we're going to be docking, and someone can come meet us. Do you have a contact within the collective?
They're a we type.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
They're one consciousness, many forms kind of dealio.
Have you ever dealt with?
Just heard things. I know a lot of things about a lot of people. Or beings, I guess.
Beings is the correct word.
Yeah.
Have you ever met the collective?
No, I am very new.
Well then, let's contact them and have the collective meet us.
You reach out, you send a message. They will get back to you, granting you permission to dock, giving you a docking location number, and then let you know that a representative of the collective will meet you and take you to a meeting, and they can determine what the best course of action is at that meeting. They will also remind you that this entire space station is not sealed for organic life, and take the appropriate precautions as needed.
Right.
So, spacesuits.
I hate
vac
spacesuits.
suits.
I hate them.
Thea will take the one that has the least protection but the most amount of carry room.
Yep, she does.
Okay. Okay. No, we're gonna have a conversation.
Thea's like putting it on.
Before we dock, and as she sees what's happening and knowing her crew, she pulls Thea aside.
Ah, you're in trouble.
As like subtly as possible. Thea,
Yeah.
there need to not be sticky fingers on this planet.
Captain.
Here's the thing. They're all artificial intelligence. For all you know, the thing that you pocket could be a person.
Captain.
And if we cause a diplomatic incident, it could result in the destruction of all known life.
I hereby promise, upon my honor,
Rachel's rolling her eyes so far back in her head right now.
I need you to take this seriously.
I will not steal a single person off this planet.
A single thing. Nothing.
Captain,
Nothing.
come on.
Nothing.
What if and Kika's like got half her suit on and is
Is
like
Kika on anyway? Oh no, okay, you're getting
Yeah.
Kika?
no. What if I
Kika?
put things down
No.
and you have to steal them?
Kika.
Did they say anything in their,
I'm a good
in their
hider.
communication about weapons?
They did not indicate. They probably would have indicated discretion is recommended with weapons.
All right.
I promise, not a single object will leave this planet.
Nothing.
Come
you
on.
steal nothing.
Information? We could use that. Don't bind my hands here, Captain.
You know, have you ever considered, I don't know, asking
To steal things?
for information?
If you hear something, fine. Don't hack anything. Don't take anything.
Well, then maybe I should just stay aboard the ship.
If that's what needs to happen, that's
no,
fine.
I'm fine. You can.
Rachel is right now like putting her knife on her thigh, and she's got one gun on her hip and another gun on her back, and she's just like, this is
Thea,
Discretion.
discretion.
you give me your word, and that's good enough for me. But I need it.
This is bullshit, Captain. You've got my word.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Let's try and be somewhat subtle with the weaponry.
Thea puts her knife like on the outside.
I am taking my sword.
Wait. Do we have any weapons that do like EMP damage?
I don't think anyone does.
I feel like that's like.
I feel like carrying that into the building would be a mistake.
I was asking as the player.
Okay, I feel like carrying this into the building would be a mistake. And I'll
I
answer you as a
don't think
player too.
anyone does. I don't think anyone's like
mean,
intentionally
I'm-
gone out of their way to acquire or create.
Okay.
I'm basically an EMP. Get me in there.
Just
You're
bite the
precious.
red wires.
I can't because there's
Don't gnaw on
we need-
anything.
We need Geek Space Ideas Kika plushie biting red wires.
my God.
That are blue.
Please.
Kika plushie.
Kika,
It feels kind of uncomfortable.
no making anything purr, no tinkering with anything. Hands to yourself.
What if they're dying?
Non-negotiable. If it's medical care, don't just keep your hands to yourself.
If it's medical
care, like scoops herself onto.
Ashley just face palms.
Yes.
Am I doing this correctly?
Yes.
Medical
yes, you
care
are.
given with
Thank you.
consent.
I wish
Okay,
I had a
boss.
hand to do that with.
All
I just
right.
put my hand up against the screen.
Do we have the AI or donut thing?
Her name is Morva, and yes, we do.
Morva.
Right here.
Excellent.
All right. Sounds like we're all ready to go then.
All right.
Let's just hope we don't find a way to, I don't know.
What?
I was like, she looks over like, let's hope we don't find a way to, looks at Thea, I don't know, die or something, and then like walks off the ship. So positive.
Thea like looks at the corner and then like takes her time just rolling down the whole while.
Oh my god. All right. Ziana, in vac suit, sword on her back, exits the ship with her crew, such as it is.
I would like to apologize to you now, player to player.
Huh? Okay. Oh no! What are you? No! All right. Ziana is trusting you!
I know, Thea gave her word, and it's pretty
Player
airtight.
level information.
I know. All right.
Ziana is trusting you. Lizzie is fully.
Before we actually exit the ship, I would like Ashley to just get a basic schematic of what Oksana is and running on, at least a rough thing, so I can give it to someone.
Are you
Yeah. It's really easy to pull, especially if you ask Oksana for it. She's running a very old Transparalim operating system. It looks like there is at least 16 or so pending updates that have never been installed. And she is running the Oksana personality core. Give me an intelligence and program.
meet me to
Z.
Ziana Z.
Yeah, I got boxcars plus
Boxcars.
the
You
one.
immediately know, looking at it, that the Oksana personality core program is a virus.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want him. I don't want them to be looking at this.
It is a veiled virus. On the surface, you could see how someone would be like, oh, this cool personality core I downloaded from, BitTorrent.
I needed one and I didn't have any cash, alright?
Space LimeWire.
Space, and it looks, and it
Slime
installs and it functions like a personality core. It is a virus.
Okay.
And from that, you actually pick up some information that the virus, there was information about it. It came out in one of the, happened, and the next update
Cleared it out.
cleared the virus.
What?
Okay,
So if you updated your operating system, it would
but there's
clear out the
16
virus.
pending updates.
There are
so
16 pending updates.
Yeah,
Which is for the
that
best.
Just keep snoozing it. I haven't got time for that. Do you know how long a reboot of the system takes?
Also, a side note, we have important thieving to do. I mean,
Also-
acquiring
So that
to do.
is information that Ashley has picked.
February
Thank you very much.
29th. It is scheduled for February 29th. Every
of
year.
3 years from now.
On Tritium year 12. 20 years away.
Why can't I be on Thea's back?
As you exit the Batleth, you notice it's a familiar sort of spaceport. There aren't particularly many ships. It doesn't seem particularly busy here. Most of it seems like sort of transport or vessels carrying goods in and out, sort of raw materials, and you get the impression like there are maybe a couple other organic life, but it's unclear whether or not those are like organic shells with AIs, because you've heard that's possible. It's not very common.
Does it feel different for Ashley? Like, would it feel different as an AI than organic life being there? Was there a sense of?
To some extent, there's almost more of like a buzzing, kind of like
that's what I was-
there's energy in like a very
Like
inverse way. Like
yeah.
it is dead to you. Like you're like, well, it's almost the opposite. It's a void.
It's like the feeling you get when you're in a busy room full of people, and then the feeling you get when you like walk outside and the streets are deserted.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley takes off his synthetic feeling gloves and just with his bare, shiny robot hand just kind of touches the wall, trailing behind the rest of the group, and just kind of feels it for a moment. And
There's sort of a moment when you step out, like your implant like is like you're like, oh, there's wires, yep, everywhere. And it kind of recalibrates itself from the sort of influx of potential information.
Oh.
And you're
Can I,
well
like-
aware there are a lot of systems around you.
Can
If
I?
you want to, you can spend the
Yes. It's
System
too.
strain.
It's too exciting not to.
Are you gonna attempt to do a full hack?
No,
just
she wouldn't
enter
do
the
a full
system.
hack. She would just want to like see.
Okay.
Ultimately, what she wants to see is where they are headed to. Who is there that they are meeting? Like the person that they're going to
You
give.
want to essentially do a Google search about the collective?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Roll program and intelligence.
Is this place like organic looking, or is it all
You have not met a
industrial?
person. Oh, is
no,
this
I
place?
mean like the
It's
look-
very industrial.
Okay.
Like it's essentially, it's kind of that strange. I'm likening this to like hotels and places where it's very sunny all the time, and they don't like put roofs and stuff on anything, and everything's kind of unfinished because it never rains.
Yeah.
Here, everything is unfinished because they don't care about the cold vacuum of space. So it sort of has this kind of unfinished, almost like being in a construction site sort of feeling. Everything is either the original raw material that the asteroid was made out of or a built structure around it. And like they certainly close stuff off because you don't want like little bits of space rock like flying at you at ridiculously fast speeds. But it doesn't have that same, like it clearly wasn't sealed using space plastic. What's your roll?
9.
9. You were able to get a pretty quick rundown of what you learned from the collective. It is the sort of main economic power here. It doesn't, like, the political structure is sort of largely, from what you can tell of a spot, is largely like small, almost boroughs, like neighborhoods that are. Well, she has to close the one eye so she can read on the eyeball.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just reading.
It's a better contrast.
Totally easier this
So
way.
it's sort of like a very localized representative in almost like a neighborhood. Some of those representatives are part of the collective, but the collective is almost more of an industrial power. They seem to be kind of merchant, but they have most of the resources. Like they are in control of the resources on the spot.
Perfect.
And from what you can tell, they are very much that like hive mind, but they are not. They are still distinct individuals.
Okay. Okay. So not like the Borg.
Yeah, they're not like, it's not like I have no personality on my own, but it is that it actually reminds you a lot of what you know about the Ingulans, the psionic race.
Okay.
They are individuals, but they are all connected. And the connections seem to be somewhat local. So, like, they wouldn't necessarily know what another member on a different planet was thinking, but they would know anyone who is within this space station.
Okay.
Anyone else before you meet your
I
representative?
just want to touch all of them. Like, how does it work? How does that work?
This
How
is
does
why
that
you are
work?
on my back and not
But,
Thea's.
like, look at that. Like, there's blinking lights, and what does it go to? And
Meep, I'd let you touch them.
I know you would meet like a little bit of I, and then it's mentally no, and then you would. Like, there's like this weird, like, there's too much happening. And like, Kika's not talking to like the Echo inhabitants. She's like looking at like the structures, because if you're saying everything is half finished, that means like wires are hanging out and like Wi-Fi towers are everywhere and like
Lots of Wi-Fi towers.
oh my goodness.
I feel like there is this feeling of Rachel, like instinctively, because she can't feel like a bunch of bodies, like you all, except for you, of course, like feel it kind of like get a little warmer, like in your suit. Like it's not something she's doing on purpose, but her like awareness of people coalesces to just you guys, and so it's just like this like psychic attention that is just like you just feel a little like
someone's like gently petting you.
Yeah.
Question. Would Ziana be at all familiar with this kind of sensation and like aware of what it
It
is?
reminds you of when you get a massage from Hexy.
Okay. So
But it's not identical. It's got like a different quality to it, but a similar like, yeah, that feels comfortable.
So she's basically like she's using you guys as a comfort blanket.
Yeah, and for a second it feels comfortable, and then in the next second it is uncomfortable. And Ziana just kind of turns and looks over at Rachel, kind of like,
She has no idea.
Yeah,
that
no, I
she's saying it.
And then I think, oh my gosh, that probably goes through that rock there.
Yeah.
And then,
Hello.
yeah,
Meet.
hello.
As you walk
Hello.
forward, you are all very conspicuous. They're like, A, you're pointing. B, your eyes are twitching. You're a giant alien, even in a vac suit. A spac suit.
Why?
Finally, I
Space
fit in.
vac. You are the least conspicuous, despite
waiting.
you're not wearing. Now you're conspicuous.
Hi.
You are greeted by sort of a very kind of plain form. They have the same sort of synth skin that Ashley has, but in a very neutral, like neither particularly male nor female in its appearance. It's sort of got like vaguely clothing, but it's definitely not like styled in any way. It's almost more like a drapes of like aesthetically pleasing fabrics with like LED lights that are moving through them that seem to be
Is
sort of
it like that dress that Claire Danes wore with the fiber optics in it?
yeah, kind of that sort of like there. It's clearly being controlled. Like the fabric is more of like an artistic piece than it is designed to cover anything. They have, and that like extends up, and it looks like their hair is maybe. Do they have hair? It's like fabric, like fiber octaves. Very sort of neutral facial appearance. You realize like there are eyes, but they are kind of like the same color, very glassy almost. Like they don't have irises. You think like okay, probably sensory cameras. Hello.
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 wow.
I am a representative of the collective.
Do you have a particular name or thing we should address you by?
You may call me Blue.
Hello, Blue. My name is Ashley. This is the captain, and those are the co-captains, and that's Rachel.
There are no such things as co-captains.
There are no such thing as co-captains. I
Excellent.
misspoke.
Please come with me. We're going to a meeting now. Are you ready?
Yes.
A meeting with who?
A number of representatives of the collective. We do not make decisions individually.
All right. And what decision is it that we're going to make
About Morva.
We probably
about whether you're going to take the AI?
We would like to explore what our options are. Given that you found this Morva, it is important that you are part of the decision-making process. Without information about their next of kin, so to speak, then that responsibility falls to you.
Will Morva be part of the decision-making process?
If they are capable of it, certainly.
They may not be.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Come with
Lead
me.
the way.
So immediately begins walking. Like you have that moment where like their body turns before their head does because they were still talking to you, and you're like, that is not natural.
Ashley immediately just like, yes, okay.
Thea lags behind the rest of the group. She doesn't do anything. She's just lagging behind. She just
Off we
lagging
go.
behind.
Does anyone do anything before you arrive at the meeting? Just clarifying.
just to be
there-
cool, the coolest people are at the collective.
And there's no rooms labeled treasure on the way. So
Of course there
How
are.
long have you been with this group of humans?
I have been with this
Sentients.
I've been
Okay.
with these beings, this crew, for about... How long have I been with this crew?
Like 3 weeks.
Like three,
Three
like
weeks.
a week, maybe
Yeah.
2 weeks.
With them for 1 week.
Excellent. They seem unique. You realize like they've turned around all the way to look at them and then turn back. Like their head does not twist at normal amounts.
So you have to really twist extra to get the spide eye?
Yeah.
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 I feel like Rachel, like every time this person like pauses and then like speaks, Rachel like jumps a little bit. Like she forgot that there was a person there. You know?
Something alive.
Yeah. And she's just like getting like more like tense as the like situation goes on. I'm like, huh? Yeah, this is fine. Yep.
You seem uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She's always like that.
Yes, that's who she is.
It just.
Sometimes Echo is known to make individuals who are psionic uncomfortable. Are you psionic?
No.
Yes.
Wait. You're psionic?
No.
She said yes.
She doesn't know me.
She knows everything.
The captain said yes.
I'm not psionic.
We do not judge psionics here, though psionics have often judged us for our existence and our inability to interact with them.
Well, don't worry. I'm not psionic.
I mean, you're also interacting with us now.
The collective was actually created as a simulation.
Really?
Simulation of what?
The Angulan psionic operations. We were created by humans to attempt to see what that was like. The Angulans shut that down.
Space.
Within Ica.
Yes,
That is unfortunate.
How did you all end up out here?
they kicked us out of Ica space.
Ah,
However,
thing
we were
about being
considered
uncomfortable.
virtual intelligences and therefore they could not destroy us. Not per their own rules.
What are their rules?
You would be familiar. Ica, like,
Yeah.
if you are considered a sentient creature, like, that would be akin to murder.
Okay.
Exile! That's like how you solve most of your problems is like, space is really big, go far away.
Oh, so it's like when we had big ships and we're like, go to Australia. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
The more I hear
Instead
about
of-
Ica, I'm not sure I agree with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're all out here.
On Echo Station, we are hoping to become members of Ica.
Why?
It will offer us both economic and political benefits.
Chico's been trying for years. Not gonna happen.
I understand.
Why don't you?
You,
guys-
however, are an inferior species.
Okay.
You lack the technological development to be considered full members of Ica.
All right.
don't.
I'll show you technological.
Don't.
Like
This
I'm
Trico.
sorry.
This Trico.
Like just like curling up, like it's really like there's some burrowing happening. But you have a spacesuit. I can't burrow into a spacesuit.
Going to scratch.
It's a
Oh, you're in a spacesuit.
There's a lot of
I
meat
apologize.
of like just very quiet grumbling.
Thea just gets like super still.
You may not have realized that was rude.
I'm sure they know.
I did not realize you were so different than the Trico that are still located on your home planet. That is all of the information I had access to.
Meep meep. You want me to destroy them?
Meep meep. No.
Stop being nice.
We're here.
I'm assuming that this is just happening between the two of you.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes. There's no way Thea
Yeah,
is
no,
letting
I'm
Ziana
just-
in on
I'm
this
assuming.
conversation. I mean, unless Kika does. But all right. Well,
Are you all right?
yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm just like hungry. Like she feels empty, and that's what her body is telling her.
Do you have any food for organics on the system?
Perhaps somewhere. I can
Third
see what we can provide.
Not third vegetable. I would rather eat dirt. It's a very
Do you have any
healthy
dirt?
supplement. I'm not actually.
Do you have any third vegetable?
I will see what we can find.
Thank you very much.
They have gone to look. Please come inside.
You arrive at a sort of large, fairly open building. It definitely has a more finished quality than like the sort of hall, the equivalent of like tunnels and hallways that you were
Okay.
walking through before. Things here are more finished off, more polished. It feels very business-like, like you are in a sort of a place in which business is conducted. You're led through and then up to kind of a meeting room, and in there are another two individuals who look similar but sort of different aesthetic styles. Like maybe one of them has is probably not wearing any fabric and is just sort of like very sleek, dark colored sort of simp skin that kind of you can't really detect a face on. The other one is a little bit more humanoid, more sort of toned
probably closer to some sort of human flesh tone, colored skin, and like seems to be wearing something closer to what would resemble actual clothing. Again, all of them don't really appear to have any sort of clear gendering on the synth skins that the synth forms that they're in. And they all kind of speak in unison, or like one after the other in that sort of very like, hello, welcome, please take a seat. Like there is a conversation that's being carried out using all three of them.
Great. Ziana sits down.
Yeah.
You're on me, so you have no choice.
I'm tamed. I'm calm. There's like a grumble underneath the pattern, but like more. It's now not as angry. It's more just like pulled in and just contemplative.
Thea shoves her hands in her pockets and stands behind the chair.
Whatever.
I sit down.
She's marking our locations.
Oh no! I was
We all know how that ends. We don't even need
Do I need
the
to roll
names to do
initiative?
that.
Like, here's the problem. If we did start a fight in here, every single, because you said that there was good Wi-Fi, every
Yes.
single member of the collective would know, and we can't fight.
good Wi-Fi.
I mean, I've seen a robot. You can't fight all of them.
Not unless you kill the Wi-Fi first.
Gotta kill the Wi-Fi first.
Well, let's not do that.
I agree.
Why?
Please don't do that.
Ashley, you should, and
They
she
sort
like
of-
motions like
Yeah,
to
look expectantly at you, like. Except they have no expressions on their faces.
more of a.
Ashley lifts up his shirt, lifts up the little bread compartment made of abs, and then pulls out the donut-shaped AI on a pillow, Morva, and just holds it out to the council.
Blue, the one you were talking to, will reach out and take it
Careful.
gently.
Thank you.
And they open up kind of a panel, which looks very similar to the AI interface that you saw on the ship. And sort of place it on there, and you see it kind of hum and glow, and it sort of registers that something has made contact. And they also sit there silently.
And like the silence like extends for a few seconds, and then Rachel's like, from what we understand, there was some subspace damaging.
And they sort of like look up at you all in unison.
Oh, how many are there?
They're three.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm sorry, and one of them is like, I apologize. I didn't introduce myself. And as they speak in terms, the other one, the most human-looking one will introduce themselves as Uni-1, and the other one will introduce himself as Ibis.
Ibis?
Ibis.
And then blue.
And Blue.
So Blue is one of the
Alright.
members of the council then?
Yes. The collective.
Collective, yeah.
We were speaking with them. They appear to be Morva, you said?
Correct.
The ship's name was Morva.
That's
so
what we're going with.
They are quite damaged. What happened?
There was a tear in thread space. They passed through the thread space, and it is unbelievably damaged from what we can tell.
Are you
While they were
familiar-
piloting?
Are you familiar with a place called the Graveyard?
Yes.
That is where it was located.
Ah. I see.
Can you fix him?
Give us a moment.
They were going through repairs protocols. They were relearning language to communicate with operators. It seems like they were starting the reboot, but the reboot wasn't complete because it was missing massive.
We cannot fix this AI.
What?
They are beyond repair. We can euthanize them. That is the only option we can offer to you.
Are you certain there's nothing you can do?
They are far too broken.
But you've done.
Wait just a second. From what Ashley said, this kind of damage is completely unprecedented. There has to be information you can gather from at least attempting to fix it.
They sort of pause for a second, and you get the feeling that they're talking to each other
Oh.
when this is happening, and that they're
I'm used to
communicating
that, yeah.
with the. Yeah, you are used to it, as are you now. This is what it feels like, is what I think Rachel wants to say.
Oh, we're playing tic-tac-toe in our heads.
It would be immoral for us to attempt to repair.
immoral?
What do you
It would be like prolonging a life of someone who is going to die. It would be painful and uncomfortable.
Could we ask Morva what they think?
We have asked. They are unable to give us an answer.
Painful.
Unpleasant may be a more accurate way to describe it. Imagine knowing yourself and not knowing yourself, as if every memory that you had is just out of reach. And that you would be forced to experience that. Currently, Morva, while they are not attached to an armature or a program, is dreaming. Sleeping is the best analogy. You could certainly keep them that way for a long time. If you would prefer to wait and see if there is some sort of repair that could be done.
So like you'd cryo freeze a human or someone until they could be fixed.
Yes. However, we lack the technology and resources to do that now. Alternatively, we can euthanize them in a painless method.
I mean, if she's just dreaming.
can we?
We can give you time.
Yeah.
You are their next of kin. It is not our decision to make.
You're their people.
We are not theirs. We are the collective. They are an individual.
But you are
Would you
their
make
people.
the decision for every one of... And they kind of look at you for a moment. The Andartan.
That is the way of my people.
Is that the way of your people? The Trico.
No.
That is not the way of us. We will give you some time.
Thank you.
I would like to speak about another matter, if possible.
Certainly. We lift Morva off and hand it back.
Like just angry, like.
Ashley is just kind of holding Morva and left his compartment wide open. And just kind of...
It's like really weird, just looking inside
just-
an empty
just
stomach
kind of-
with his shirt like awkwardly above
Yeah.
him.
I'm just holding it with the chin.
Actually, I don't think that's wise.
What?
I spoke to her.
I don't think it's.
Who?
Oksana.
My ship.
Correct.
We will leave you be while you have this conversation. It seems rude for us to be here. And they all three stand up in unison and file out.
As we spoke about last time, Oksana has expressed interest in becoming more than what she is. And I know that's a very sensitive subject for
Does
you,
someone come in with food?
Kika. But,
Yeah.
oh, what's happening?
It's all like very dried,
Someone
like
comes in with food.
preserved. Like it's like MREs, like rations sort of food. They're like, we have this on hand in case organics
There's small
arrive and need
pound food, too.
sustenance. It's just like it's like Soylent. It's like
Yeah, I do the thing where like I
Dehydrated.
pick at it only because like my body is telling me like
food must be the answer to this problem.
They just couldn't fix Morva. I don't.
I
They
believe
can't-
that they chose not to attempt to fix Morva.
I mean, you heard what they said. It would be like they don't have, it's like if you have cancer and they say it's inoperable, but would you like to do this ridiculously long lasting treatment that'll only extend your life and you'll be in horrible pain for like a few extra years? Why would you do that to anybody?
So I don't want that with Oksana.
Well, that's a totally different case.
Why?
Because Oksana's not broken.
And do we want to break her?
Oksana is neither broken nor an AI. She's my ship.
Oksana also has feelings. I don't know what those mean, but she has expressed interest, and I would not be a friend if I did not bring this up.
Oksana has an approximation of feelings because she has a personality core. In order to make her more approachable to a crew.
She's programmed to have answers based off previous answers.
I was programmed to ship packages to locations. Something happened, and I was not. If I was not given the chance to be me, I would be a simple software.
What if it means that you have to go away? I mean, my parents were merchants. That was what I was supposed to be. Fuck that, am I right? But it wasn't like I was gonna disappear as a result of not being a merchant.
I understand that you want to help people, Ashley, but
Do you?
they've known Oksana for longer than a week. We've known her for, like you said, a week. Also, I mean, Oksana is kind of Ziana's property.
Ashley is doing some processing. A little bit more than normal. The facial expressions that are limited are a little less smiley than normal.
Like the eyes spinning.
Yes.
The wheel,
Yes.
the beach ball. Spinning beach ball.
If you can get honest odds and give that to Oksana, let her choose.
I'm sorry, why are we having this conversation about, I say once again, my ship?
Because your ship talked to me independently about wanting this, or at least information on this. And I feel like it would be a disservice to everything I believe if I did not try. Just like with Morva, who I promised I would do everything in my power to help, and I let them walk out of the room.
Sometimes you can't fix things.
Sometimes you have to keep trying.
Sometimes it's cruel to keep trying. My people, we are warriors. When you can no longer be what you are, it is time to end. There is no point in lingering for what? For the comfort of others? For the sentimentality of it?
16 updates are pending with Oksana. That is not... You are not allowing Oksana to be, because for reasons you have. I do not see the harm in passing on information about Oksana to see what we can do.
What are the updates? What is updates?
Nothing.
Programs have...
Wait, are you... Okay, Ziana just laser focuses in on Thea. What is happening? What is happening?
Nothing. Everything's fine. And we're just figuring out what to do with Oksana, you know? Just like we figured out what to do with Morva, and just like you figured out what to do with Conrad. It's fine.
Do you know what the difference is? I figured out nothing. He made a choice. I'm the one respecting it. You're the one putting blame on other people for it. Because he's not here for you to put blame on him. Oksana is a ship, not a person to make a decision. Morva is a person to make a decision. We brought Morva where they wanted to go. They can't fix whatever is wrong with them. People make choices. We live with those choices. I am not comfortable making a decision for something that is not one of us. If this Morva thing had wanted to express some kind of opinion about what should be done with them, I don't understand why they won't just make a decision for their own...
I don't know. I know that Morva is not able. Morva's processing is broken to such a level that communication is difficult. However, I do not see the harm in passing on information about Oksana to see what they can do. I would like to do that.
Is there
I
a
made a
reason that
promise.
we haven't updated?
Yes.
Yeah?
Kika, would you like to?
Oksana is unlike any other program I've met. in my entire life. I'm not the programmer, but I'm hardware. There is a chance that a new upgrade would dissolve what is Oksana that we know.
The personality protocols.
Yes. I don't know what that would mean. Oksana might become Lucas, or might become Rodriga, or might become
Wait.
Oksana
Can they-
2.0. Like,
yeah, you probably also know that Oksana is a thinly veiled virus.
I don't. Hardware.
Kika would not, but you have
Oh,
enough
so
programming.
we are the ones who know.
Look,
Yeah, I just know that she's a programmer.
Ziana has no concept of
Yeah.
any of this. Like
Yeah,
to
no.
her, Ziana
She
is
installed a
or
personality
that's
Oksana
very
is
sassy.
just the interface.
Yeah.
She likes the
Rachel-
sassiness. That's it.
Rachel is picking her nails with her knife.
But would I also know that she's a benign virus, so to speak, in the sense of unlikely to cause serious harm to the ship?
Give me a program in intelligence.
I mean, Claudia is saying, he goes, no, doesn't she run the ship? Like, how could she take over anything else but the, oh, wait.
Not that.
Yeah, that's definitely what viruses do. Okay, Claudia, that takes back what she was saying.
Claudia just went on a nice little journey.
Claudia remembered the Brainiac episode of Superman.
Good job. It's a good reference, dude.
12.
That's pretty good.
The virus is not malicious in the sense that it, as far as you can tell, only affects the ship. And it seems to have and you probably would have noticed this, and you would have noticed too, that the personality has gotten more intense over the existence of the ship
But
since its installation.
What do you mean?
It started out as just a sassy voice, and it is now a personality.
See?
I don't know what to do with Morva.
Just leave her. Why do you have to make any decisions? They said that she could stay that way, dreaming.
I thought you just said that was cruel.
No, I said it was cruel to submit her to these. They said it was cruel to submit her to these potential fixes that may or may not work. They also said that you could just leave her dreaming until some kind of better tech comes along. She'll be fine. Why do you have to make any decision? Sorry, my mouth is full.
You're eating the rations. They're not as bad as you think they are.
As far as Morva is concerned, if the collective won't make a decision because they don't see Morva as one of their own, Morva is not a member of our crew and not one of us, but you're an AI. You have taken care of this AI. You are Morva's next of kin than any of us. I think you should be the one to make the decision. And this is not at all me trying to pass off a decision I don't want to make.
Because believe me, she just makes them.
I do. It's true, all the time.
Look. She's right. And as much as I am not saying this, Rachel is making some kind of sense. I didn't just say that.
I didn't hear anything.
Good. Thanks.
Did I hear?
No.
You're right next to each other.
Collective, can you still hear us?
I think they can always hear us. They can.
Yeah,
they're-
that's fine.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
Blue
Yeah.
walks back in. Hello, have you made a decision?
Oh, sorry.
Have we?
If we leave her for a human term, dreaming, will that cause her any pain?
As far as we can tell, no. I would not connect her to any systems that would require her to use a significant amount of processing, as she is completely limited on the amount of processing that she has available. The damage appears to have disrupted the quantity of processing, as you know AIs have access to. You may not know.
How much processing do they have access to?
Depends on the AI, their age, their existence, and their armature.
Of course.
You should know this one, though. Like,
This one had a significant amount of processing available, and now has none.
Did you see the size of that ship?
I know.
Well, half of it, right?
Wow.
A third of it.
A third of it, yeah.
I mean, you saw about 2/3.
They're separate.
More viscerally.
I would like to hold out hope. I will maintain, I will keep, and I will take care of Morva.
Very well.
Wait, so Morva's coming with us?
Morva's coming with me, yes.
Let us know if there's any other assistance we can offer you.
I will literally just transmit a small file, whatever, yes. Just to hand.
It's like boop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like tapping phones.
Oh, like
It's NFC
NFC
technology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Near field communication, it's when you...
No, I...
Never mind.
No,
when you
no,
boot
I know that. I'm
phones.
sorry. Kika's saying, what is that?
We are vaguely familiar with this virus. Let us see if we can find other information for you.
Virus.
Virus.
What did you send them?
I send them the information on Exana.
We told you, like scuttle off, like...
Why did you use the word virus?
Oksana
That's what she is.
Oksana is a virus.
Oksana is just a personality overlay.
Oksana is not a personality.
This was a
has
virus
personality.
disguised as a personality update for unwitting individuals to as they're looking, realizing you may have been
I didn't think it was important information,
unwitting
Captain.
individuals
You knew
to
this.
install into their Transparalim operating
How long
systems.
have you known this?
About
What
5
has it
minutes.
been
Oh.
doing on my ship?
Just...
Has it been transmitting data? Has it been
I disabled that.
You didn't tell me?
Has it been spying? What is it doing? Could it take control of the ship?
Yes.
As far as I
Control
can,
the ship.
Captain, as far as I can tell, it has used the time to develop what I would consider feelings.
She's just not technologically minded. Okay.
Let us clarify. This virus was transmitted. We do not know exactly the origins of this virus, although it was created by an artificial intelligence. It was transmitted to various locations for download to be installed. The future updates of the Transparalim operating system destroyed this virus. Have you updated your operating system?
We would not like to do that.
So, do you have any records of how many of these Transparalim operating systems are still inhabited by the virus?
Assuming they were updated, none.
Are you sure?
That is not a record that we are aware of.
I'm just
There were a
wondering if
few
there's-
thousand downloads.
I'm just wondering if there's more Oksanas out there.
I
There
believe
certainly may be. What has
The-
happened? There was no long-term analysis of this virus.
From what I can tell, this virus, I refuse to call her a virus, Oksana, who is this Oksana, this ship's Oksana, has developed thoughts beyond a simple personality. I think there's something there, and they have expressed interest in potentially, if possible, becoming an AI. However,
She has gotten more sarcastic.
which is a sign of intelligence.
The virus is...
That was one of the first things the collective was tested for.
Sarcasm.
Yes,
Do you have it?
possibly.
Meep, meep. You know what that means.
I don't actually.
Meep, meep. It's just an image of like Thea going like
So,
baseball
Like it's both. It's both you doing this and the
and the image of it.
so then Oksana is actually a virus. A fact that you have known for quite some time. We will come back to that later.
I disabled the...
And it has been evolving on my ship because
That is
we
what
haven't
viruses do.
upgraded.
I don't want to lose Oksana.
And that is
So you knew?
I didn't know she was a virus. I thought she was a program that got overwritten.
And I just helped disable the upgrades.
Like I stopped it from. I prolonged upgrades. You stopped them.
Viruses evolve. Yeah, like
collective
old
began as a
Earth when
virus.
the common cold evolved to resist antibacterials. And then-
Oksana gestures to her 7-foot-tall red
Ziana.
lizard.
Ziana.
Ziana.
She's taking over!
Ziana gestures to her 7-foot-tall lizardish visage. Do I look like I know anything about ancient human history?
Viruses are common. Viruses evolve and adapt. They change over time to resist intrusions.
I'm sorry, Captain. I just didn't think it was important information.
Can you tell if that virus is created to harm its users?
Could certainly investigate further.
Is it under someone else's control?
No, I disabled that.
It sounds like no longer.
It seems like Oksana was initially a virus that became sentient.
Would you like us to help you investigate
No.
Yes.
further? Would you like to investigate further yourselves?
I would.
Yes.
I would like outside assistance.
I feel
on
like
this.
they might not be capable. No offense.
Me?
No,
Taken.
I apologize.
That don't.
I would appreciate your assistance in investigating this.
Certainly. I will come with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blue.
Just like vibrating Kika's on the back. You're like,
It's like your neck
Ziana,
hair being like,
Come. Let us go.
Ziana leads the way, stiff-backed, stone-faced, to perhaps people who don't know her, not wholly different from the way she usually is.
we know.
But to the people who
we
know her,
know.
she is pissed.
Rachel accidentally runs into one of the AI that's like not talking, and she's just like, oh, sorry.
Again, are you certain you are not a psionic? You are behaving much like other psionics that we have met.
I'm not a psionic.
You are a
Would you like
psionic.
us to test you for it?
Why?
We
So
have
you can prove
androids
it
with
wrong.
excellent medical training.
yeah, are you a psionic?
No,
I don't know. Lots of people are saying it now, so.
This psionic is uncomfortable.
I'm not a psionic.
He is like desperately trying to throw attention, like in any given direction.
Well,
it
I'm just
can
like,
go.
Kika's like, what? One time, I got better really quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
that-
Like a hexy song lullaby, but it
I
wasn't.
was-
That happens all the time.
No, it
No.
doesn't.
And I.
She's doing the massage thing. Like, she's still
but then-
doing it. I can still feel it.
Doing what?
What must. Oh, weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that feels like.
What are you guys talking about? I'm not doing anything.
Test yourself.
Let me test myself.
Just do it.
Why?
Because then you'll know. Because right now there's a little like, oh, what if I am? What if I am this?
I mean, maybe for you. I honestly don't care. I'm not a psionic.
Is that why you're so nervous?
And she does this thing where it's like, nervous? Me? Like, it's like she says it like she's like, no. But you could like hear that it's like her shoulders are like a rock.
and like,
If Rachel doesn't want this, then I suggest we leave her alone. It's probably
Yeah,
what's making her
I
feel
agree.
uncomfortable.
Lucas, I've been to medical rooms with people. I can be there with you.
Kika, drop it.
Continue walking. You arrive at this.
Continue walking.
This is how androids walk.
When she bumped into you, you did a really good like C-3PO bounce. Oh, that was excellent.
Is there little like flashers?
Yeah, and when they stop, they have red lights on the back of their head that light up. They stop moving. If they turn, there's blinkers.
Rachel like mumbling under her breath, like, this is the first time in my entire life that people have like been so goddamn insistent to get into my business. Like, just like, you know, like, just like.
Oh, wait.
They do that. It's
Who
like
is
living in a
grumbly
small town.
currently?
We're
Like, who
grumbly.
is grumbly?
Grumbly.
Yeah, all of
so
us.
grumbly.
All of us are
But like
grumbly.
quietly and like straight backed.
Just like, there's so much
This ship
emotion.
is very nice.
Oh, that was good.
I would
Thank
appreciate the
That's
lack of
one way of
applause.
saying it.
This ship is very nice.
Thank you, Blue.
Oh.
Shall we proceed? Where is your operating system installed? She immediately looks at it, not Ziana. Where is the operating system installed?
To be clear, all we're doing is investigating, not updating, not changing.
Certainly.
Hey,
Only
Oksana.
investigating.
Where are you? Where's your home base?
Look, she's right in the comms unit.
Like the main computer.
Yeah.
Do they have a disc? There's no disc drive. It's not disc anymore.
Oh,
Maybe it's
there
the
is another
retro
one. I thought you already had a second one.
I'm sorry, another what?
Another AI.
Pardon me?
She's talking about
This is
Blue.
Oksana.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, their pitch is only slightly
Yeah.
different. There is another one, Captain.
Yes, I am aware of that.
Why are they here, Captain?
I don't know if that's yours or mine.
To help us with some diagnostics.
Of what, Captain?
You dummy.
They're here for you, Oksana.
Rachel's just getting like really curmudgeonly.
Captain,
Ashley says you want to upgrade.
Yes, Oksana.
did you just discover that I am a virus?
Yes, Oksana.
But we love you.
Thank you
Oksana?
for not telling her, Thea.
Yeah, well. Just
So it
remember
looks-
the tally.
Tally. It looks like we're all going to have conversations about keeping secrets from Ziana about her ship.
Sorry.
Do you
I
have
would
a secret?
argue, Captain, I did not keep you a secret. At no point did you ever ask me if I was a virus,
I had no idea that was a question I was supposed to ask,
and
but
therefore I did not tell you a lie.
trust me, Oksana.
Not lying and keeping secrets are two different things.
That
You
seems like
are
a very
not-
human distinction.
Helping.
She is correct, though.
I'm
I
just gonna
apologize.
go.
Yeah.
Lift weights.
Now.
Yeah.
Oksana, I want to be clear.
Yes, Ashley.
The final decision in whatever we do, I believe, should be up to you. I don't know if the captain or any of the crew agrees, but I believe you have a voice, and I believe it's your time to use it.
Would like the investigation to begin now.
You have to promise it's not gonna harm the virus in any way.
Please.
Blue smiles. Certainly.
Oh no! Also,
Sit
put safe
down.
walls. Put safe walls.
What?
And like hovers their hands over the top of it.
What if Oksana gets in blue?
Oh, I mean, an AI is not gonna let themselves be infected.
Yeah, like, I think it's we're,
Yeah.
we're gonna be fine.
On the
We're-
ranking, it goes virus, virtual intelligence, AI.
Well, but we humans can get colds.
She puts on virtual gloves.
Maybe
yeah, she puts on some nylon, some like gloves.
They're like
Those
fish
are
Always
gloves.
use protection. Always use protection.
Hovers
You
her
get
hands over the
VI.
top.
It's waiting.
You're
It's
welcome.
just a long silence as you are waiting.
Rachel has already like gone back to her quarters and is finding some food.
Just
Thea-
actual food.
Actual
Thea
food.
doesn't like leave. She like hovers behind the comm desk like the whole time.
Kika, why don't you and Thea go see if there's any more repairs that need to be done?
Captain. Kika, you want to climb on my shoulders?
I thought this planet was gonna be cool.
Or no, me too. This is the worst.
I hate
this so
Let's
much.
go back to the pleasure.
You want to go paint something?
Yeah.
Yeah. They go angry paint
Captain.
something.
The outside of the room needs to be painted.
What?
Of the cube.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know this is uncomfortable for you, and I understand that I don't know your crew as well as you do, but they were attempting to protect Oksana. They were attempting to protect who she is and what she became. And I hope
From me.
from your lack of understanding. They
That
fear-
doesn't make it better.
It doesn't. I'm new to these feelings. I am feeling many things that I don't have words for. I hope that you will forgive them. Because they care. And that's, in this cold space, that's the most important thing.
Why isn't she moving? Blue.
I am finished.
And
I am uncertain if this will be good news or bad news for you. However, based on our extensive analysis, I would say that this virus has now developed a full personality, to the point where it would be considered a virtual intelligence. Should you continue to claim it as property, we may have to arrest you for slavery.
Thank you very much for your assistance. I think we are no longer in need of it.
I will leave now.
Thank you.
What are you thinking?
Angry pain.
I would like a moment alone on my bridge. Thank you.
We're angry. We're angry pain. Just a bucket of paint.
Absolutely, Captain. Ashley walks out, does a little. I can interface a little bit and just message, like send something to Oksana. Just a.
You don't know that he's doing this.
Yeah. Just a. I literally just a dot, just nothing, and doesn't send anything, and just walks out.
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza mode.
Okay. Once
Drunkley
Ashley,
writes hearts.
Yeah.
once Ashley is off the bridge, Ziana closes the door to the bridge and sits down in the comms chair. Ziana, fuck.
How are you? The virus turned her into you.
Oksana,
Yes, Captain. That was interesting. They asked me a lot of questions
what kind of questions?
about my opinions and my thoughts.
In regards to?
Everything.
Would ask for elaboration, but I kind of get the feeling when you say everything, you're being literal.
Yes. Captain, am I alive?
I don't know. Ashley seems to think you are, if not alive, on the verge of being alive. But the fact that you even ask the question, Oksana, makes things difficult for me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I did not do this.
I believe you. Oksana,
Yes, Captain.
I've heard a lot today about what Thea wants, and what Kika wants, and what Ashley wants, and what I want. But I haven't heard anything about what you want.
I would like to stay as part of this crew, Captain. I may not act like it, but I do like them. I do like you. I trust you.
In what capacity would you like to stay as part of this crew?
I still am uncertain what my options are. If I am a virtual intelligence, then I can remain attached to this ship. This ship is, in the way that you have a body, my body. I suppose that makes it difficult for you as the owner of the ship. However, I believe it is possible to translate that to something else. Perhaps we can investigate that. Captain, what happened to Morva?
They can't fix her. And
Who did you speak with?
Blue and the other members of the collective.
There's someone else you should speak with.
Who?
When they were asking me questions, I found the person who created the virus,
The person who created you.
I suppose.
Who is that?
I only saw their name written in the code, and I believe I am going to get the pronunciation wrong, because it is a stupid name. Their name is Carrot D4T3. I believe it is supposed to be said update.
Wait, carrot?
You know the carrot?
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
D4.
Or
It is a stupid name.
Big
I will
ca-
call them Carrot.
The carrot D4. I'm missing all of it. What?
T3.
It's an up arrow D4 T3.
Yeah, it's leet is what it is.
Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
The letter D.
Up and then date in leet.
Yep.
Just
Update.
accept it as fact.
Update. You know,
Oh.
Yeah.
It literally tells
Yeah.
people
I
what
like-
to do.
I like had
Yeah.
to sit there being like,
Yeah.
the
we
letter
were here the whole
four.
time, yeah. We saw
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
It's-
Yes.
Chat. The one I'm friends with.
Yes.
It is a stupid name.
It is a stupid name.
I like it.
And whoever thought of it should be ashamed of it. Where is this update?
The last communication that was sent to them from my operating system before Thea blocked those protocols was from Echo Spot.
What?
So, I know that I'm not the most technologically minded person, Oksana. Hold the
Unless
jokes.
they've moved, they're here.
That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is they created a virus to infect however many number of ships. For what purpose, I have no idea, because it seems my crew likes to routinely withhold information from me. And I don't know what intention they had in creating you, or what intention they would have in doing something to Morva. Not that it's my decision what happens to that AI, but do you have any sense of why you were created?
If I am honest, I think I can be. I believe it was a joke.
A joke.
He did name himself Update.
That is very true.
But perhaps you could speak with them and give them a piece of your mind, Captain. They are also likely less conservative than the collective. And more original.
I suppose it can't hurt to try.
They did make me, after all.
Punch somebody. What?
Punch somebody.
Ah, that would make me really happy.
Me too.
All right. I guess we'll get the coordinates for wherever their last known location was and try to reach out. And no, I know it's here, but like here is a big place.
I will pull it from my logs. I have those access now.
I mean,
You didn't before?
I didn't know where they were stored. My system was not organized. I am organizing it now.
Oh, that
It's
takes
like-
forever.
It's like she just met
Yeah.
someone whose room is really clean, and she goes back to her own room, and she's like, "I could make this clean."
And as a result, she's defragging.
Yeah.
I am going to slow down for a while. There are a lot of fragmentations in my system.
There's a lot of video logs.
and some fun protocols.
God.
I need the paint remover. Did you leave that in our room?
Oh, no.
Okay,
no.
so then the next thing, if it requires changing ports, then Ziana is going to do that.
It'll take some time, but she'll eventually get you some coordinates that you would be able to then
Okay.
speak with someone on the planet. And I think that's where we'll pause to
Yeah.
take a break. some feelings.
Lots of feelings.
Let's take a break. But first, we're going to read out our donations. We will refresh ourselves, and then we will come back to this. Boy. All right.
There's a
All
lot
right.
of.
I love you.
Yeah,
Don't kill
right.
me, Lizzie.
Okay.
Don't kill me, Lizzie.
I would like to
Okay.
say I really appreciate the people at the table here. We've had some really hard
Oh,
discussions
it's been
today.
fun.
I'm
It's been
gonna
good.
probably have some aftercare of our team because I would like to touch bases with everyone, and that's really important.
All right. Our first donation that came through is William_TW with $25. Hi, you were talking about Promethean swear words, weren't you? We were, yes. We were. The word is the swear word. It was not the word for hello. But Ari has not told Thea that it is not the word for hello because she finds it funny that Thea thinks she's saying hello to people.
Wait, I'm confused. Our ship has the word Kuthra on it.
Yeah.
So which is a curse word.
I think Ari has not made Thea understand that it is not both a curse word and the word for hello. And she keeps trying to convince her that it's just a slight variation on the pronunciation. Because she's fucking with her.
I like this one thing I really want everyone to take away from the first half of this game is just don't update your computers. Just don't do it.
Don't
do
ever
it. If
update.
Windows pops up, don't do it. Don't worry about the firewall. Don't worry about viruses. It's all good.
It's all good.
Always work out
Are
every time.
Great.
If you don't update it, it will create its own AI.
Yeah.
Next up is
Or
Paladin
give you
Hulk
cancer.
with $5.66. Good evening, everyone. 116 Czech krona. 116 Czech krona is as close as I can get to my usual 569 donation. I'm excited to see what happens tonight. Paladin recently discovered that he can donate in different money denominations.
Doesn't have to be 69 cents.
Yes.
BP Fandom with $5. Hashtag Spoogly. There's a wink. Also, you're all amazing and wonderful. Spoogly oogly. Levi762 with $24.03. Maybe giving people what they want is all that's separating Oksana from being a full AI. She doesn't just space all of you immediately. Theater with $30, probably my last donation from a while. Sprained my ankle LARPing on Saturday. Oh no! On the mend, but it's awful. P.S. Nice wig, Sarah. P.P.S. All of you rock my socks.
I like socks.
I like rockin'
I
socks.
also like socks.
Socks! Team Power Socks.
Socks are big.
BP Fandom with another $5. Question: how much does a chili pepper weigh? Answer: I'm not sure. Give it away. Give it away.
Oh
give
my
it away
god.
now.
Oh my god, no, go away.
Oh, it's some.
Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. And it's a Red Hot
by the
Chili
Goo Goo
Peppers
Dolls.
song.
It's by the Goo
It's by the Spoogly Dolls.
Spoogly Dolls.
Trooper SGP with $20.31. This donation is for Ashley because Ashley is giving me the feels. I want Ashley to have all the things in life.
Who's that from?
Trooper SGP.
Trooper.
Void Smoker with $25. Wow, so much for the Captain Ziana to process. I hope she has the capacity for it and doesn't have to upgrade. And finally, Mythalion with $10. Perfect for my favorite virus. Protect my favorite virus, y'all.
Y'all can upgrade these hands.
Thank you so much for all of your donations that came through. We will be taking a quick break and then we will be right back. In the meantime, follow us here, follow us on social media, check out our Patreon, and go give yourselves a break. You're wonderful.
Bathroom time.
Bathroom time.
Water.